Saturday. I'm working on one of my favorite guitars, the Ghost Horse, right? So, the Explorer on Epiphones, they generally put the nut here. Not my favorite position. I like it on the Gibson where it's behind because it's less likely to come off the strap, but when it's here, I have found strap failure to be a problem. So, place it with a strap lock. Now I like these are kind of small and they work really well. If you're gonna buy something like that, don't buy it at Guitar Center. I love Guitar Center, but they'll charge you 3 times what Amazon will. So I generally go to Amazon and pick these up, and I think you get 4 for like $10. So, or is it? Somewhere around there. But so funny thing about pickups, a lot of people online talk about different pickups that they want to get in their guitar, and they'll get like a $3,000 guitar and immediately switch it out with EMGs. Well, EMGs are decent pickups, but you gotta wonder, if you're buying a Gibson, those pickups are $250 or $300 depending on the model. You've got an actual better pickup in the guitar you bought for $2,500 than you do in the EMG that you're going to buy and not necessarily get installed the right way. But so my point is, if you don't like the sound of a passive pickup, adjust it. And if you still don't like it, then maybe switch pickups. But I think EMGs work really well if you're using like a digital effects processor or something like that. But if you're going tube amps and analog, probably passive has a better tone to it. But I say that, I'm not picking on EMGs. I like them. I've got them in several guitars. I've even put them in a couple of Epiphones. But generally, my feeling is I want to push the signal at the amp, not the guitar. So, you know, I really like the pickups in the Ghost Horse. They're Gibson Burst Bucker pickups, and those are pretty awesome. Oh, my favorite strap, by the way. This one has some Celtic runes on it, but they're gray, kind of the same color as the Ghost Horse, so I thought that's the right strap. But I really like Dunlop straps because they're super long, so that when I play, my guitar hangs down about my belt line instead of navel. I can't stand guitars at the navel. Maybe it's because I grew up watching people play them low, and I think it's cool. But my kid stayed up till 4, and he's napping on the couch.
I ain't asleep.
He ain't asleep. Hey, you want to flip the record over? And we got the latest Vinyl Club, which was I Disappear, the Napster leaked version. So it's okay. It's not
Napster.
Yeah, the days of Napster. You know, a lot of people were mad at Metallica about Napster. I really wasn't mad, because if you ever used Napster, there was a lot of viruses on that thing. You would download something and your computer would crash shortly after. So I often found that Napster the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. Not to mention, I personally like to support the artists I like, because I want them to keep making records. And if you get it for free, they're not going to keep making records. Same thing with, guitars, for instance. If they're super, super cheap, which, you're going to get what you pay for. And if they don't make any money, their quality is going to go down. So, there's always a tentative balance between, did you flip it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, come into the frame. Hey, Henry Metal, everybody. You've been wearing that shirt for like 3 days now. Might be time to change. Oh, yeah. The life of a little boy, right? So, strap locks are almost on, because I'm still scarred from my foot incident. I've got that on video. I just haven't shared it because it's painful for me to watch that Les Paul fall because I'm supposed to get it back from the luthier on Monday. So hopefully it'll be all squared away. So I actually like this song better live. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it better.
Oh, you didn't want to be on the camera? He's being shot. All right. I think the song is better live than the studio version. But we're almost through the total Metallica vinyl in the time it took me to put on these strap locks. So, the Vinyl Club in Metallica. I'm a big fan of Metallica, but you wait a long time for one or two songs on a really tiny vinyl. I wish they do like a full-on, here's our live show, here's some studio outtakes, you know, here's a compilation album of some of our favorite songs. I really like the Black and Whiskey compilation that I got, but I'm gonna probably keep buying the Vinyl Club because it's Metallica, but it isn't the best. I feel like I'm getting the bang for my buck on that one. So now I actually use a socket to tighten down the strap lock to the strap itself because hey, I'm not worried about breaking the strap, but I really don't want that thing to come loose. Next time it might be the whole foot instead of part of it. So still messing with it. This will probably be the most boring video I've ever done. Maybe not the most. So, we're big vinyl fans, and at Walmart today I found Alabama's greatest hits. And you just gotta be from Georgia, I guess, which is right next to Alabama. But dad joke of the day, do you know how you know the toothbrush was invented in Alabama, not Georgia? Do you know why? Because if it would have been invented in Georgia, we would have called it a teeth brush. So there's my metal dad joke of the day instead of a toothbrush. And they say row tide a lot down there. All right, so here it is. I've got my strap locks on. It only took me 8 minutes and 45 seconds and one vinyl record change to hopefully ensure that I don't damage any more instruments. This one was defective. The spring came out. Look at that. Scratch that. Don't buy these from Amazon. Defective straight out of it. Gee, I hope they don't do that on my guitars. That was the sigh of annoyance. Good news is, I've got another one. In the Army, we have an expression. 2 is 1. Do you know what the rest of it is? And 1 is none. You know what that means?
Yeah.
2 is 1 and 1 is none. So if you have one thing, like one crucial piece of equipment, like let's say a GPS, and you only have one GPS, you really have no GPS, because when that thing breaks, you now have none. So you always have 2 for redundancy. And I pretty much live most of my life that way for most things. So, you know, not even guitarists go up and play on stage with just one guitar. They usually have a couple back there in case something happens to one of them. And believe me, I've been to enough concerts where I've even seen Metallica where the mic or the guitar will go out. I mean, who doesn't remember James Hetfield getting upset about old Lady Gaga?
Did he throw his guitar?
He did throw his guitar. Not his finest moment. Especially when you know those guitars are about $5,000 a piece. Okay, so here we go. Slight mishap on the strap locks I recommended to buy from Amazon now. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about it falling off. Yay.
Give it one little yank.
Huh?
Give one little yank without supporting it.
We're good. So, yeah. I've been going through one at a time, a couple at a time. But this is the Ghost Horse, in case some of you guys haven't seen it. And I got a strap that kind of matches the finish on it, so I really like that. But I like these Dunlop straps because they're long. Because I like to play down here. Probably because I can't play that well, but... Probably one of my favorite Epiphones of all time. And so if you are looking for an Explorer and, you know, you're like, oh, I want to have one like, you know, I don't ever try to get one like a specific artist. I try to get one like me. So, and I make it mine. So this is my Ghost Horse. Thank you, Brendan Smalls, for making it because it's so badass. And now it shouldn't fall off my strap.